takes time. That's all.
Like look, I'll give you an example of how time has changed. Um, and a lot of people have egos and they're not gonna admit this, but
Hmm.
I'm humbled and I'll tell you this. A lot of people are not gonna admit it. Even someone who listens to this are probably not gonna admit it. But most people, now hear me
Hmm.
out. Most people, damage is so high right now that most people did not get their Vas+2 clear for many years. It is not until people started clearing Vas+2 once the heavy attack sword came out. Um,
Right.
that is when the majority of the Elder Scroll community, you have people who for years never were, it was because Vas+2 was just so hard at
Right.
the time, didn't get their clears until the heavy attack builds. Now, are
Right.
people gonna admit it? No. There is a whole YouTube video, a whole documentary of it, but it's because damage and of course, heavy attack is a long story, but it
Right.
was just so consistent damage. I mean, you saw how it was. I mean, you clear your
Hmm.
Maelstrom with it. You know,
I
what
know,
do
and
you
I was
thought?
so mad
What
about it.
well, I kind of like, I kind of was like, I remembered. Do you remember this? I mean, I know I'm not the most easygoing to talk. I'm very blunt,
You're fine.
which could get me into trouble. But one of
Gets
the
me
things
in
I
trouble
tell
all
you
the
was
time.
like, yeah, you were like, I didn't clear my mouth shut, and I was like, why? It was something like this. I forgot exactly what
Uh-huh.
I tell you. I was probably nicer, but I
You
was
were.
like, why? And you were like, oh, I'm like, I'm gonna try my heavy attack, and I was like, wait a minute, you have a heavy attack Sorc, you should be clearing it. And then from there, from there, you
I
you
had
know,
a
you
lot
like,
of inhibitions about running that sword. Okay, so let me explain the thing with sword. My whole ESO career on this game, all I've heard is if you want to clear Maelstrom Vet, run a sword. Right? They're so easy to clear this, da da da. I don't like Sorcs that much. I don't like playing them that much. So, I don't hate them, but I just don't love them. And the only Sorc that I had was a vampire PvP player that I have. And just roleplay purposes and everything. And she's a great character and everything. And then Oakensoul came out, and Oakensoul changed the game, like you said. It made a lot of people who had disabilities able to play since they can't do the hand mechanics and stuff. It opened up a lot of doors for a lot of players, like you said, and allowed a lot of people to get the clears that they weren't able to get cleared before. So, um, you told me to run the heavy attack Sorc, and I cleared it with the heavy attack Sorc. So I was super mad that I cleared it on a Sorc, and it was what I call a cheese build. It's not really a cheese build. You still have to know what you're doing, and you still have to make sure your stats are right and everything's lined up right. But still, it's a lot easier build than to run a dynamic rotation on a warden, because I'm still stuck in Arena 7 on this warden in there.
the end game. We're definitely gonna talk about the infinite, or what is it called,
Archive?
dungeon arena.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the Infinite
but that'll
Archive.
be later on. That'll be because I could
Yeah.
talk so much about that. I'm pretty excited about that. But